Hi, and welcome to the Power Slides walkthrough. So why are they power slides is the first thing that we need to explain. When we designed these slides, we wanted to make sure that not only did we have a good assortment of images, but we also had the versatility to do a lot within each slide. That means multiple image options, shapes, borders, all of that, so that you can really kind of create your own slide that fits the needs of the story that you're trying to tell in your video. So these are the ones that you've seen in the demo video. They're already kind of customized. We put backgrounds in there and everything. But what I want to do is go through and customize a few of them from scratch so that you understand what we have here. So I'm going to go down to the same pack that I'm showing, which is Sally. I'm going to add the pack, and you'll see them added on here. So when we're starting, you'll see that the text seems to be a little high, or things seem a little out of whack, like why is the text outside of the circle? So I'm going to explain all of that because there's definitely a method to our madness. The reason we have the text up so high is just to show you that within this area, you have a lot of room to work with, so that the text box that we can't show you can at least you can get an idea of where the starting point is and where that end point is. So if we take this option, you can put text here. You can also add images. So if we want to add this bear, you can add the bear inside of the shape. You can also obviously take that shape and give it another color. And you can also remove that shape so that you only have the image. And here we can get rid of that shape so that we only have the text. Right? So then we can shift this around so that she's pointing to the text, and we can up the size. And again, it's a brand new slide almost. She's pointing at an image and at text, and obviously you can get very creative and do text and images together in each one, thanks to the flexibility of Explaindio. So moving right along, I'm going to go to the 4 bullet point. Okay, and this is also a power slide. We have them separately as just bullet points without any characters. Every character comes with one of these. And again, the text is up high to show you that if you need 2 lines of text, there's room for it like that. The images, you'll see there's 4 bullet points. We have 8 images. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the text from the bullet points. Now I can go ahead and add some images. So I'll go to text 1, and I can put a logo there, and then I would just get rid of the shape, which is here. The other option is I can keep that shape, and if I increase the size of this image, you'll see that it stays within the circle. So that's really great. And what this is made for, and this image is a little off because of the ragged border, so it's not really a perfect circle. But if I were to go into our collection and we provide this for you, actually, first of all, that looks really cool. I like that. Second of all, I'm going to go to the social icon. Where are they? Vector icons that we've put together for you. So I can go ahead here and take a PayPal, and it'll go right into the circle there, and it'll stay within the circle shape. The same here, I can go and add Facebook, and you'll see that it's, even if we increase the size there, it'll stay a circle. But what happens if you want to use a square image or a different image for your bullet points? Let me pause this here, and I will remove image 1 and 2. And instead, I'll go to image 5, and I'll go find maybe a rectangle image. Okay? You'll see that it has its own shadow. We can now remove that shape, and we're working with the image now. So you can make it a little bigger like that, and that is now going to serve as your bullet. And so you can do that here as well. We can do maybe a bear. We'll get rid of the outline shape, and the bear is now our icon. And from there, you can just go and move the text a little bit up. And we'll give it maybe 16 down, maybe 18. Okay, so now we've got these crazy customized bullet points. And you can just, let your imagination run wild. We can keep going with these and remove the shapes. So we can get rid of this one and it's only text. And so we have there. So we've got our number in a bullet point, we've got our text there, we've got this, and we've got no bullet point here. So I'll go here, I will remove the shape, and I will add a 4 here. And you'll see here we just have text and text. And then obviously you would go and align everything so that it looks right. But this just shows the flexibility that you have with the power slide. Moving on, similar thing. This is the aha slide. The text, why is it outside here? It's because we want you to have more real estate should you choose to use only text, so that now you've got a little bit more room to work with. Okay, and then you can move that around so that it's positioned where you'd like. And obviously you can do something like that and just increase the size of the font. And so you're transforming the slide from having that circle there to just having text. Now if I bring these back, I want to show you again. Let's say you have a square image like this. You can see that it's a square. I'm going to bring it in here and you'll see that it fits within the circle. So you don't have to worry about external cropping in other software. You just get it to the size that you want inside of the circle. You can even get rid of the text, or you can use the text with the image. If we make that white, that looks very good. Okay? And what if you don't want a circle image? Well, I want to show you one cool idea first. You want to keep that circle image and add maybe, well, let's take the bear again. Here's the bear. You can see he's outside of the circle. We can make it bigger. And you can also make him smaller and maybe bring him down. Okay, and this gives it a kind of a 3D effect. You've got the image inside the circle and you've got another image outside. So you can get really creative with that, and when you run it, it's kind of cool. Okay, the other option here that you have, or one of the other options, you can change the color of the border. Okay, and you can change the color of the background here if you're not using an image. What you can also do is just get rid of both of these shapes and get rid of this image. And we can just go back, bring that bear in, or maybe a bunch of balloons. And that way, you don't have to worry about the circle shape, and you can combine text and images, and then also just clear the image, and you've got your non-circle image. And just to make that more clear, I'll remove that. I'll bring in our hacker. Okay, so you can have any kind of image you want there as part of your slide. So that is the Power Slide example. Pretty much the exact same thing for this slide. You can put a picture inside of the circle, you can put a picture out, and you have a lot more text room than the circle. So that again, when you turn all of this off, you've got a good amount of text that you can work with. The bottom as well, you can just turn that off, and you don't need it. It's just giving you a chance to add more text. So if we go to my example here, where can you get them? Let's help Sally. Okay, so we kind of have all of that telling the story in one slide. If you don't need all of that real estate, then just get rid of that last shape. Okay, and then get rid of that last text. And so you only have this, which works great on its own. If I go back to the 4 bullet points, remember that she points only 3 times, and this is on purpose. This is so that if you don't want 4 bullet points, you can get rid of bullet point 4. Okay? So you only need 3, and it makes sense still. 1, and she points. 2, she points. 3, she points. Now, if you need 4, it'll just show up. But if you don't, it looks great with 3. That's, again, the versatility. Now, I'm going to keep going. Here is another slide. This is the excited slide. And what I did with this was I made a really big area for either big text, which you can see here. And if I just paste this down, you'll see you've got a lot of stuff, but however, you never want to add that much text on a slide. You know, you want to keep it something like that. And then here, and again, you can get rid of these shapes, and you've got your customizations. Now, what is the image thing about here? We've got the image area. I'm going to browse. I'll add our logo again. And it just gives you a big area for your logo. Obviously, if we had it this big, I would just get rid of the bottom text and shape and have something like this. And I can just keep customizing. I'll get rid of the text, and then probably, if I don't need the white background or a color background, especially if I'm not using a video background, I'll probably get rid of that shape. And there I have my big logo, and I can scale that down so that it sits in the right place and doesn't look like it's way too big. And then you can see here, this is how I did it on top of a video, and you've got your logo and you've got text below. And I was messing around here, but I would have put this logo right over this guy's face, I guess. Like that. So, I'm going to keep going. And we have our frustrated slide. Now this one, you see that we have a red background, and this is actually shape number 2. So if you don't want that, you turn it off. If you want a different color, like if you want it to go to black, change the color. Boom. And all of these slides allow for really nice background images that have also, some of the slides have some animations. So I provided these stage backgrounds for you, and they're cropped to be full HD, and you can see how it animates a little bit as she moves forward. The stage moves back, and I can turn off the darkness here, the shape, so that you can see it in action, the full thing. And again, here we go with a shape inside a circle, a shape outside of the circle, and text. So you have a lot of options there. And you can see what I did here. Okay, very simple text inside the circle and a nice stage background. And this thing really comes to life. And it's simple and it does the job. This here, again, why is this text up here? It's because what if you don't want a border? Okay, I'll just get rid of it. And that way you have more room for your text inside of the shape area, and you can get more text into that shape. And then if you want, you can center it yourself, or you can take that shape and you can shrink it down like that. The reason we made the border as a shape is simple. It's because if you want to change the color, there you go. And I think on our first slide, here we have the background. We just put a stage background. You notice that it animates a little bit to show perspective as she comes into frame. And then here we got a border, text, and text. Very simple, very professional. And again, we get the job done and then we move on. So here, you can change the border text. You can obviously change the background. And then you can change the text color. So that is quite unattractive, but again, it's options that you have. Play around with. And same with the bottom guy here. So you can get rid of that shape, or you can change the color and then change the text there. And we can add a background image. Okay, so you've got a lot of options there. And what I would probably do here as one possibility is just get rid of all of this and make the text white. Okay, that pops out, and I would make less text and just make the font bigger. And then bring it down. So we've got a nice new slide. And that, in a nutshell, is how the power slides were made to work. I know you'll get a lot of usage out of them and have fun customizing them, and I really look forward to seeing the videos you guys create using the slides. Thank you very much as always for watching.